Hi guys, come on in. So welcome to our little home in the Hudson Valley. So we're in a little town called Garrison, which is about an hour outside of the city. And we've been here for a little over a year. We left our place in Brooklyn, if you saw that home tour, and it was definitely a pandemic escape. So we've really been loving life up here. It is very different from our life in the city. We're surrounded by nature. There's literally thousands of protected land just surrounding our house. So there's like hiking trails that we can get to just by walking out our backyard, which is so amazing. And yeah, I'm just really excited to share with you this truly special home. My favorite part about this house when we first arrived to check it out was definitely the drive up. It was just so magical. I can't even describe it. It's up this really long dirt hill. So our mailboxes are actually at the bottom of the hill, and I take walks down there. It takes like an hour, like getting there and back to go to the mailbox. So that'll give you somewhat of an idea, but it's just covered in trees, and they just kind of like come up around the sides and make you feel enveloped, and it feels like you're just driving up this big like enchanted hill up to some castle. And I remember the first time we did it, we were like, oh my God, what is this place? Where are we? It was so magical. And then we walked into the house and we fell even more deeply in love. And it was really unique because we're actually renting this house. So it was just such a find. And I think we first fell in love with just this really wide open space. My husband, he's a tall guy. He really likes big wide open spaces, and it was actually partially furnished as well. So as I go through everything, I'm gonna just share with you like what items belong to us, as well as like the items that belong to the landlords. Some of them I can share sources with you because I know where they got them. So yeah, let's just kind of get into it. You might first recognize this piece here, which came from my Brooklyn apartment, our Brooklyn apartment, from the home tour that you saw. So this is from IKEA, and this has just been a brilliant piece because we can fit so much stuff in it, and everybody always comments it's actually two of them put together to make one big sort of storage piece. Then when you come into the living room, so obviously this is just the conversation piece of the room, this killer fireplace. It's literally as tall as I am, almost. And yeah, it's just great. We had a big actually argument in the house about where the TV would go. We actually had our friend who is an interior designer try to play with a different layout because we really did not want it to go on top of the fireplace because the fireplace is just such a moment. But he played with different layouts, and this was really the only thing we could do. So the TV's up here, and I actually, I don't mind it. We've learned to love it. And so this house is really old. It was built in the early 1900s, but our landlords just did a phenomenal job of refinishing everything, and so it kind of has this perfect blend of like old and new. In the actual little sitting area here, we have the couches that the landlords provided. So these are from West Elm. And I really highly recommend them if you do need a couch because they're super comfortable, and they're very deep, which I love, and they're also very stain resistant. So we have a little one, little Violet is here with us now in the house. So yeah, I don't know, it's just great having something that if something gets in the couch, I can just easily wipe it right off. So the coffee tables, there's two of them in here. These were some kind of odd design choices that I made just based on mixing in what we had with what they had. So this coffee table, don't know where it's from. It belongs to the landlords, and this was here, as well as the rug, which the rug is really great because if you do get up close to it, you can see that there's a bunch of little colors inside of it. And it's just such a big space that we decided to add this coffee table that actually was my husband's. It just kind of works. It's something that I wouldn't have done maybe on my own, but it really worked out in the space. A lot of this stuff came from my husband's office. So I'm gonna ask him where this is from, this bench, because that was his. And these chairs, you might also recognize from our Brooklyn apartment. Again, not something that I would have necessarily chosen to put here. I definitely would not have chosen, but again, they kind of just work with the space. Just because we don't know how long we're gonna be here, we're renting, it made sense to just use what we had instead of buying all new stuff. Everything else, I mean, these like little tables, I think they're great. The little side end tables, I don't know where they're from because they were already here, but I love them. This table was my husband's. I think this is CB2 maybe. I don't know, it's like West Elm or CB2. I will get all the sources. And the chairs were here, so it just kind of worked out perfectly. And this big art piece actually was here as well. It's hard to tell what it is from afar, but when you get up close to it, it's got this really gorgeous texture, and it's a three-dimensional piece. The lamps also came from my husband. I think they're from IKEA. They actually worked really well. We've got all of our plant babies, of course. A lot of these came from our place in Brooklyn, weathered it through the storm. This is one of my favorite things. This buffet is just a really great piece, and I need one of these. This belongs to my landlord, but next place that we move to, I'm gonna have to get myself something similar because this just worked out great. And I finally got some photos printed from our wedding and just like updating things, so I was really happy about that. These rugs on either side of the couches I got on Etsy, and I absolutely love these rugs. And these floors are, everybody just comments on the floors as soon as they walk in. They are gorgeous. They are original to the home, and our landlords just did a phenomenal job of preserving or refinishing whatever they did. They just look flawless. Over here is where we have a bathroom downstairs, coat closet, and I think just a nice little room. Little bathroom. We actually have these trash cans in all the bathrooms that I got at Target, and I really love these trash cans because they have a lid and they just go with all the decor really well. I love this little towel, Smithsonian towel, and this is a really great mirror. I'm now just thinking like, oh, with Violet here, I might need to really tack it against the wall. But I just love the arch, I love the shape, it's really beautiful. And then this bench was already here, it belongs to the landlords, love this piece as well. Really works perfectly here. These plates came from our place in Brooklyn as well, which I really love. And then I think this is just like a cute little area as well when you walk in. Have a little basket for keys and everything. Little most precious thing that we want to see before we leave and as we enter. These we picked up, I think in Jamaica, I want to say, on a trip. And yeah, this is the dining room. A highlight of the house. Just this gorgeous sort of sunroom. It's so beautiful in every season. I kind of wish, I really wanted to shoot this in the peak of fall, but you know, life with a newborn, definitely missed that window just by a little bit. You can still see the leaves are just everywhere. They actually came and did the leaves yesterday, but they're already still all over the grass because they're just falling. It's still beautiful, beautiful in all seasons. So we have some plants here. And I love this little window. And then the table. So this table actually this belongs to the landlords, and there was a really beautiful vintage table, but it broke sadly. So these chairs belonged with it, but they work here. So they got us this table as a replacement, which was definitely, they did not have to do that, and very kind of them. So now we have a table. Our bar cart, you might also recognize this from the Brooklyn apartment. This came from my previous Brooklyn apartment, my Williamsburg place, if you saw those home tours forever ago. So it works out in this space. This is another, for me, favorite feature of the home, which is these gorgeous French doors. And there's another pair over there. And just the natural light. I mean, I'm going to show you these doors that go to the backyard as well. There's so much beautiful light in this home. This is our gorgeous little country cottage kitchen. Try saying that 3 times fast. I really love it. It's small, obviously, but I don't know, it has a lot of charm and just little details. I love the little knobs. I love like the detail of this glass, the panes here. So there's a lot of creative storage solutioning going on in this space because there has to be, you know, just like simple things like having a basket here to put vegetables. Got my spice rack over here, and all of the glass jars came with me from the Brooklyn apartment too. And then this rug, this is the other rug that we got. I absolutely love. This is my favorite one. It's like when you have 2 kids and you have a favorite. This is my favorite. There's also so much outdoor space here. I will show you. It's so crazy because the leaves are still coming down, but you can just see all the trees have really lost their leaves back there. These are actually horse stables that obviously are not in use, but there's a lot of just kind of like random buildings on the property. It's a huge, huge property. It's gorgeous. The sunsets, we can always see them coming from over here. And my personal favorite is all the stone everywhere. Shall we go upstairs? And take my shoes off. Be like a little less awkward about it. There's a little laundry room back there, more storage, lots of storage. But another amazing feature of this home is definitely this staircase. So here's another bathroom. This is kind of our main bathroom because there's actually only one shower in this house, which is kind of odd given how many bedrooms and whatnot there are, but it's just a cute little bathroom. It gets the job done. Won't really show you this room. This is another guest bedroom that my husband has taken over as his gym, but it does have a really cool porch, and I'm gonna show you because the other guest bedroom has a matching porch. Okay, so I feel like everything I keep saying is this is another favorite feature of this home, but it is. I love this room. This is a meditation room. I also utilize this as my exercise room, and it is where all of our books are. We have these bookshelves still going strong from the Brooklyn apartment. These chairs were the landlord's, and it is, again, kind of an odd placement in the corners, but I don't know, I just thought it kind of worked. And this mirror was here as well already from them. This is Violet's nursery, and she's asleep right now. We're gonna do a separate video just breaking down this whole room because it was really the only room that I got to design totally from scratch in this place, and there's so many amazing details, so I'm excited to share that with you. It's a rare Neptune sighting. He is normally hiding whenever we do shoots, so this is very unusual. Hello, Neppy. He actually hates me less now. The weirdest thing, when I was pregnant, he wanted nothing to do with me, and he was my baby. So it was kind of a horrible thing, but I feel like maybe my hormones are just getting back to normal because he's been coming back to me just a little bit lately. This also came from the Brooklyn apartment. Found a great little home here. This is our bedroom. This house is a very funky layout, and it's not super evident which bedroom is the master, but this is what we chose to utilize for the master. Just got some like simple West Elm curtains, and have to give a shout out to our bedding because this is my cousin's bedding company, Boll and Branch. They have the best sheets and duvet cover all of the bedding that you could possibly want. I love this blanket too. So the bed is extra delicious, and we also did buy a new bed. I'm excited to share this one, the link for it, because it was very inexpensive find. We couldn't bring our big canopy bed that you might remember from Brooklyn just because it did not work in this room. So this was a great little piece. I think all this furniture is West Elm, so I will link that too. And these rugs we bought from, I think these were from Anthropology. There is a fireplace in this room, which I will admit to you that we've never used because there's some insulation in there that we have to take out if we want to use it, and then probably would get too cold in here in the winter. So I don't know, maybe this year we will finally put it to use. I have a little vanity here, and this was a desk from West Elm that was already here from the landlords, and I turned it into a little vanity. So I will link this mirror, and yeah, it's just really worked out. I also, I'm not sure where these chairs are from, but because they belong to landlords, but I thought adding these little sheepskins to these chairs, I'll show you, I did it in another room too, just kind of added a little bit of texture and warmth. Since again, we didn't want to have to go buy new chairs. And then this, our dresser that you might remember from Brooklyn, made it over here with us as well. So this is just a little storage closet. And then this bathroom, adore this bathtub. Huge selling point when I saw this place. I was like, so it's weird because there's only one shower, but there is a bathtub. You might also have just noticed the floors. They're white painted floors. So everybody always comments about how just white and serene and bright the space looks, and I think that is really due to the floors. So here's a little guest bedroom, and I didn't really do very much in here, but I'm gonna share it with you guys anyways. Got some bedding, I believe from Urban Outfitters. That shelf came with us from my Williamsburg place, our Brooklyn apartment, so it's had several lives. And then this is kind of a fun thing because I have this really, I mean, there's nothing very cute, particularly back here, but I'm using this as a closet for my shoes right now, and kind of just some extra like towels and storage stuff. But this was obviously just opened, and I put a tension rod at the top, and I got this from a shop online, and it just kind of like worked out as a way to cover it up and get some extra storage. And I'll show you the little porches as well. These are very sweet. So little twin porches on either side of these guest rooms. And this is just such an amazing little area to come and sit. It's getting a little bit chilly now, but when the weather's nice, it's great because there's no bugs with the screens, and it's just a great place to sit down and like read a book, have a glass of wine, have a cup of tea. Love it. Here's another little desk that was here with, like I mentioned, the sheepskin. And then this is my little art studio slash office. I love this room because of all the light that comes in. It just kind of is a perfect space for what I'm using it for, even though I will admit I have not painted once since we lived here, which is horrible. Really hoping to change that. But it is just an inspiring creative space to do writing and just get some work done. I got this rug as well. Again, I didn't really want to invest too much into the space, so I really made it work with what they already had. Like this table was here, and the bookshelf and the chair. So I didn't really, the lamp was already here. A lot of this stuff is all just art stuff that came with me. But I did eventually decide to get the rug because it, you know, needed something in here, and I do feel like it really tied the room together and added a lot of warmth to the space. This is another staircase that wraps around through Jared's office. I will give you guys a little peek into his office, hopefully if he's not too busy. This goes down through his office and then kind of wraps around the whole house. So he kind of goes in a whole circle there. So this is my husband's office. His best friend, Neppy. Neppy loves him more than me now. Little Neppy toy here. And that's it. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If I skipped over anything, you have any questions about any details, please feel free to ask me in the comments. And we'll see you next time for the nursery. Bye.